Okay, we're recording. Okay, we're gonna basically today go through a virtual launch party. And I have so many ideas about this. First of all, we've got Mercy Kohlberg on the line. And just to let you know a little bit about Mercy, she's just been so amazing to work with. She's a crystal manager. She won she won our Breakthrough to the Beach Top Achievers contest for our team. So she's going to Marco Island, Florida in June, and she's just blowing it up. And she's really so coachable. She's following the system. And we had a situation where I was supposed to come to St. Louis, and what happened? I can't even remember. Mercy.
It was a major snowstorm. You had about 3 feet of snow.
That's right. There was a major snowstorm and we were socked into Aspen, couldn't get out. All flights were canceled. And so Mercy had this presentation scheduled, and she works at a real estate office. And we decided, hey, why don't we just do it virtually? So let's talk a little bit about that. Mercy, why don't you explain how you teed it up, the virtual launch party?
Okay, so basically, a whole bunch of people had been watching me, and little did I know that they were noticing that I lost a lot of weight, which is usually what happens with a lot of people. They just kind of notice, and you don't, some people say it right away and other people don't. And I did not. And then a lot of people were interested, and I kept on talking about it a little bit more when I started trying to build my business. So I have a beautiful group of people known as real estate agents that you cannot get sick. You know, you have got to be on top of your game, because if you're sick one day, it's going to throw you off. So I knew that I had a whole bunch of agents there available to me. What ended up happening was I was setting this up. I knew Heidi was coming in town, so I was really excited. So I was promoting her, and I was talking in our company page, you know, one of those secret pages too. And I was just kind of promoting her, and we were planning on her coming in town just like you would have her in person. And so we were so excited. And then the day before, she's like, I can't come in. I have 3 feet of snow. And I'm sitting there going, okay, yeah, right. And she's showing me pictures. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right. You do kind of have like 3 feet of snow. So how can we make lemonade how can we make margaritas out of these lemons here? So why do lemonade unless it's, you know, maybe a little spiked? So anyway, what ended up happening was Heidi and I were like, well, listen, you know, we have technology, and that's how our business is working. We can be in front of people, and that's great when people see us, but the technology is how we're building business anyway. So let's utilize this. Let's show people that you don't have to be in the same room in order to be able to build your business. So Heidi I don't think it was Skype, it was something else. But anyway, she was on the line, and I was there, and I had all the products out, etc. And a lot of agents didn't make it. However, the 3 who did were very important. We had 3 in the room, and then there was Heidi. And out of the 3, 2 of 3 signed up, but then there ended up being 2 more who did not come, and they felt the urgency of they're missing out. They're missing Heidi. So I ended up getting, I guess that equals out to 133.333% of people signing up who were supposed to be coming to the meeting. And then later on down the line, we actually ended up having more people, etc., because, you know, I created an event. So when we did we had a little while that Heidi was talking, and she was explaining everything. And then there was a Q&A time, so Heidi could hear everybody. You could see us too. Is that right, Heidi?
Yes, I could see you. It was, you know what, just to let you guys know, in terms of applications, I used GoToWebinar, but we're transitioning as a team to this application, Zoom. I think first of all, it's free, and GoToWebinar is $98 a month. And to me, this is just an easier application. It's a simpler application, and there's some glitches with GoToWebinar. This has every feature that GoToWebinar has, plus more. I love being able what GoToWebinar doesn't have is the ability to see everybody. Like I could see Mercy. Remember, if you had your computer pointed towards me. But this is so cool because, as Mercy said, she still had people come to the presentation as if it were a live presentation. But this makes it, I mean, so much easier. People can be in their pajamas in the comfort of their own home and plug into this. So Mercy, what I want to talk about is, it was basically, even though it was a crazy, we were flying by the seat of our pants at the last minute. We did a great presentation. You basically got 4 or 5 people enrolled through that. And let me ask you this, because this is something in St. Louis that we always talked about. It's hard to get people to a live presentation, for them to get in the car after a hard day's work, still, freshen up their makeup, go to somebody else's house, who knows how far it is, but to be able to congregate using this Zoom application, I think is just going to be a game changer in our business. Did you, Mercy, tee people up also through the Real People, Real Results? Like, did you create intrigue by putting... You did. Okay, so tell us just a little bit about that, and then we'll open it up.
Well, I mean, in Real People, Real Results, you have to promote things. The people who were there, I'm not going to promote it in Real People, Real Results, because that's everybody's business, and I don't want my business to sound like it's more important than anybody else's. It's everybody's equal. So, but the people that were in there that already had interest are the people who I was inviting, plus another group of people who might not have said that they were interested. I just kind of threw it out to my company, but it was behind the scenes as well. So I didn't want to make it like so public that everybody thought that I was basically throwing chum and see what I caught. So the people who were in Real People, Real Results, I was targeting. And so, it worked out there as well. But a lot of those people couldn't come. There was a reason. Real estate's like that. They're planning and then they just can't do it. And one of the people who signed was banging down my door to sign up after that event. I mean, she was like, I have got to have this now. So it really created urgency for her. So, that was good. But yeah, I am using the Real People, Real Results because I already know that they're interested. They gave me a yes for a reason. I just have to remind them about their why they said yes in the first place. And I don't need to tell them what their why is, but I need to ask them, what is your why?
So you use Real People, Real Results as kind of a sift, sort, qualify to invite them to the virtual presentation.
Yeah. Yes, as well as people that I'm seeing on Facebook, and they're just kind of making these comments of, I'm tired, or I have to lose 10 pounds, or summer's coming. And as we know, summer's coming in 48 days, and a pack takes 30. So, there's your 18 bonus days of looking awesome before summer hits. But, I just people who are just interested. It wasn't just the people in Real People, Real Results, but those are the people that they've already said that they're interested for some reason.
Okay. So just to let you guys know, what did we do, right? Well, obviously we kind of tailor our presentation to the audience, and it was a small group. It was 3 people in Mercy, but I love how you said you got 133%. You got 2 people.
It was. I ended up, because of that event. I mean, I say that you helped me get 133%.
That's awesome. So let me show you what I did, and let me show you kind of some cool applications with this Zoom. So what we did is we asked questions. We got to, because it was a small group, we were able to ask some questions just as if it were a live event with 3 people. It's the same thing, right? But we created, basically we used Peter Kelly's slideshow. Ricky, I see you're on too. Hi, Rick. But we created a slideshow just to keep me on track. And I think it's nice to have a visual as well. Did you, Mercy? And I'll show you how we did that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what we did, and Maureen and Marianne, and it looks like there's 16 participants on here. I guess the rest of them are by phone, so we can't see their faces. But just to let you know, you're all welcome to use our slideshow. I mean, what we did is there's a share screen application, and I can show you my desktop. Do you all see my desktop? Shake your head. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so what we did is, hold on, let me find my presentation. But I honestly, the virtual launch party or the virtual presentation that we did at Mercy's real estate office was exactly like a presentation we would do live. It was just exactly the same. So here's our Healthy Hour slides, and we use these, right? Ricky and Mercy, you've been to our presentations in St. Louis. I love this presentation, and basically we just went through this. Oops. And it's a really nice presentation. We just talk about the solutions to transform lives. We play Are You Toxic? We actually played Are You Toxic? We go through the 5 pillars. We remember to say our disclaimer. We show the science. These are actually mainly people in our organization. There's Donna. This is Ashley. You guys might know her from corporate. Erin Williams, Tina Williams' daughter. But, and then this, so we go through that, we educate on the 5 pillars, we show the science, and then we show the real people with real results. And then we talk just a little bit about the lifestyle income solution. And then we close them, how to start. And that's it. So basically, whoops, that's it. But I love this. This is just so easy to be able to do this right from the comfort of your own home. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody. And if you have any questions, let us know. We still have, just to let you know, I'm on a free Zoom account. I think I'll probably purchase the year with all the bells and whistles. One thing with the free account is you're only allowed to have a 30-minute window for your Zoom presentation. You're still able to do a lot. In a way, it's kind of good to just have 30 minutes because we can get long-winded. But let's see. Let's go ahead and open up the lines. And if you guys have any questions, we'll just kind of wrap it up. So manage participants, and I'm going to unmute them. Okay. And Mercy, thanks so much. And congratulations for all your success. This is just the beginning of the beginning. Okay. Any questions?
Okay.
Thanks, lady.
Hey, Heidi.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Heidi, it's Melissa. How are you?
Wait, who is it again?
Oh, hey, Heidi, it's Melissa. How are you?
Hey, Melissa. How are ya?
Good. Hey, I just wanted to know if you guys wanted to know some creative ways that we're using Zoom.
Oh, my God, yes.
Okay, so what we did is only one person on our team purchased the account, and then we basically generate every Zoom from there, which kind of cuts the budget for other people. Do you see where I'm coming from? So we originate all our live Zooms from that one account, and then we've used it even for when we run our retreats or any training. We put out a Zoom, and we can have anywhere from 8 to 15 people zooming in for our trainings and our retreats, which has really connected us as a team. The other thing, I love what she said about real people, real results. So even if you're not doing a virtual Super Saturday, what we're finding is when people do presentations and they're going back to the real people, real results people, that we seem to be packing the house, even if it's just a local event. It's one of my rock stars on my team, and I think this is so cool that she does this. she has almost 100% replaced three-way phone calls with Zoom calls, which is freaking brilliant. So, you know, basically she will maybe invite me on to do the three-way phone call just to tell my story. So it's sort of kind of like what you're doing with a virtual, you know, presentation, except she might have 2 or 3 prospects on the phone at a time. And then what it allows us to do is she can screen share certain things. And she's had phenomenal success with it because, you know, you're seeing the faces and all the things versus, you know, three-way phone calls can be kind of cold, I guess, is what I'm getting at. So, yeah, the people on our team that have really embraced this technology are doing phenomenal things. So I don't know. I just thought I would throw that in there, and I don't know if it would help anybody, but yes, that is a virtual launch party. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Good job, you guys, and way better than a Skype party. If you guys have ever done a Skype virtual party, there's that lag that happens all the time, which drives me bananas. But with Zoom, everything seems to run smoother.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Oh God, Melissa, thank you so much. I don't know how to unmute you because I don't know. You're on the phone, right? Melissa? Is that you? Melissa?
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Okay, great. I just unmuted you. So, you know what? The thing is, I absolutely love that. So she's using, instead of saying, oh, I'd love to meet you, if even for a short phone call, I'd love to meet you. We're going to set up a little Zoom call. It's really fun. We'll get to actually meet each other virtually.
Yes. And then, you know, we try to pull in a third party just to tell their story.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do a little bit of screen sharing too. So, you know, you can screen share the 5 pillars or whatever you think is applicable. So we've been doing that as a team. It's worked really well. The girl that does it all the time, she's magic at it. She can get 2 or 3 different people on a Zoom. She calls it a 3-way opportunity call or something at a time, which has worked really well for her. And then the other thing I mentioned is we just use one Zoom account. We just bought the, you know, extended on one person, and we just always originate our Zoom calls from there. And then we don't get limited to 30 minutes, which you run into.
Okay.
I think that's all I said.
Yeah, no, that's such great information. Melissa, I have one more question to ask you. Do you remember the statistics?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Amy who reached out to 400 and something people, 100 and something people got back to her and said, yes, the real people. Can you share those statistics? I think those are phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you have to understand the time of year this was. This is November, you guys. So put that in perspective with, you know, how many people are really, really looking at this around the holidays. So she reached out to 430 people. This would have been after October 31st, right? She reached out to 430 people. 170 said yes. And out of those 170 that said yes, she became a Crystal executive in 5 weeks. Okay?
Wow.
So it's not rocket science, it's just math. Now, from those 170 that are still in, you know, she's enrolled from there, and she continues to reach out, you know, depending on her goals. She might reach out to 3 to 5 people a week. 1 week she might reach out to 15 to 20 people a week. She doesn't stop. She just basically goes through her Facebook list, and she starts on her husband's Facebook list, and now she's on to his LinkedIn page. So, you know, there's always places to go to reach out and ask. And that's on top of she looks amazing. She'll post, you know, a personal post of her looking amazing every so often. You know, our team, and we got this from Laura Stevens, is if you can do full body before and afters, you get the most bang from your buck. So a lot of the people on my team do full body before and afters, and they get amazing bang for their buck. So, you know, when you're doing things, you know, you might as well do it to get the best result. And that takes a little bit getting over ourselves. So, all of that's a process for everybody. The first time you send a message for somebody to take a look, it gives you a heart attack. The first time you post a before and after full body, it gives you a heart attack. So it's just that progression of, you know what, this is just about them and not about you. And if what you post helps somebody else, more power to you. So, we've turned into a team that used to be what's in it for me to what's in it for everybody else. And I think that's been, one of the keys to our growth. We all help each other. We work together. We share sidelines. We share whatever. You can't hit the universe. And it's just turned into, something pretty special. The other thing I think I mentioned was use real people, real results to enhance group get-togethers, even the live ones.
Mhm.
Because I'm telling you, since we started using this group, you used to plan a presentation and you'd be lucky to get 1 to 3 people. I don't think I've had a presentation since we've been in Real People, Real Results, and there's probably only been about 4 or 5, but anywhere from 8 to 15 people show up. And that's just because you've planted the seed. So, virtually, live, whatever, you're going to get a whole lot more people because you've already fed your pipeline, if that makes sense.
It totally makes sense. So, Melissa, we have 6 more minutes, and I want to squeeze every single thing out of that 6 minutes that we possibly can. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this to me is unbelievable. You can see this? Okay, awesome.
Well, I can't because, yeah.
Because you're not on virtually. I also want to just let you know.
No, I'm on my way to pick up my co-ed.
Oh, gotcha. I love.
I'm in the car, so. Mm-hmm.
You're in the car. So, Melissa, I want to thank you, and I think on behalf of everybody on this call, for really being a pioneer and running with us and showing us that it works. I'm super excited. So I'm going to unmute again if anybody else has any questions. We've got 5 more minutes.
Hey, Heidi.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, Melissa. I have a quick question. Hi. I have a quick question. How do you, I'm hoping this is a problem, but with sharing the Zoom, because I've thought of that, how do you make sure it's not being used? Or do you guys have some kind of a process?
Well, we just have one person with the account, and you have to generate a code for every single meeting.
Okay.
So anybody you want on Zoom, you have to email them or text them a link so that they can join the Zoom, just like we joined Heidi. So it's not like it's invitation only. Let's put it that way. And so that way, we utilize it for team trainings too, which is kind of fun. It keeps you connected as a team. You can all get on the phone at 9, 10 o'clock in your pajamas and share great ideas. But I think one of the things it's done for our team, which we really, really, really work on our team, because I get tired of hearing myself talk, is it's allowed us to have other people step up and train. And that's probably been one of the hugest things that we do on our team. Is all the good ideas definitely haven't come from me. It's because we empower people to step up and train and share what's working for them. And Zoom's a good platform for that too.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How did you just ask for people to step up? Because Heidi and I are kind of in that place now where we're just kind of asking for people to step up.
Well, I do a lot of call outs on them too, and one of the things that we've incorporated, because it's been my favorite thing at trainings, at Isogenics trainings, is we do a whole lot of panels. So I will say, hey, I need you on the call tonight. You're going to be on a panel. And we do it a lot at our retreats and trainings, where I recognize the people that are doing the doing, making it happen. And I actually put them on a panel and I start asking them questions. And what ends up happening is magic happens. They start talking about truly what they're doing to incorporate how they're working, how they're reaching out, what their favorite reach out verbiage is, all those things that, we have a tendency to keep to ourselves, but if they're working, we share with the group.
Hey guys, if you can mute yourself, somebody's got a lot of music. Oh, it's me.
That is beautiful music. That is so funny.
You guys, I'm gonna mute myself up. Okay, you guys.
And Heidi, we can still see your screen. So
It reminds me of like somebody, you know, at the hospital, they pull up the music.
This is hysterical. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put myself out. I don't know where.
We can do it all in this business.
Oh my God, I'm a shit show. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself out. You guys finish up, and I'm also
Like the end of the movie and the credits are rolling and like people are fading out.
I'm purchasing right now the 150.
well, and we can still see your screen, Heidi. So you may
No more music.
want to stop the screen share when you put your credit card in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There you go. Yeah, and that's what happens. That's why, you know, we just carry it under one account, and then that way we can go forever and ever and ever if we want. I'm good. I'm just getting
Yeah. Thanks, Heidi.
Heidi. Heidi. Heidi.
Guys, here I am. Oh my God. With my music again, but we're about to run out. So guys, anybody, Melissa, for sure I'll share my slides. The slides, and if anybody else wants the slides, just let me know. I'll share them through Google. And I'm going to go ahead and purchase for our team that yearly annual subscription. Thank you so much, everybody who participated. Melissa, Mercy, thank you, the future friend. Bye, guys. Okay.